Hey guys, so I delivered for DoorDash about 3 days, and I made pretty decent money, um, considering the amount of time I put into it. Uh, Altogether was probably about 150, and that was for a total of about 6.5 hours. So it wasn't too bad. It was different times, and it was different days of the week, obviously. Uh, One was a Sunday, one was a Friday, and the other one was a Sunday too. But that other Sunday was a little bit later, so that's probably why I didn't make as much on that day. But so far, uh, compared to the other driving apps and compared to Uber, where you drive people around, I would say that DoorDash you can make the most money off of with the least amount of wear and tear in your car. And you also have a lot more downtime than you would as with other driving apps, just because of the frequency of the orders. I mean, DoorDash is pretty popular, but in certain areas it's not as popular as Grubhub and Postmates. Grubhub's been around probably longer. I'm not really sure. You'll have to look that up. And Uber Eats is just not available in every city. It's not available in my city yet. Uh, but I'm not even going to bother with it because you don't make as much money. And the frequency, it's just like any other job. You're only busy through lunchtime and dinner time. All the other times you're not busy. And you'll probably make about, where I live, in that span of time, you'll probably make about uh, $30, $35 during lunchtime, and maybe a little bit more during dinner time. So I would say overall it's actually good to supplement your income with DoorDash if you're making less than uh, what you want during the week. If you're dedicating your time more than 25, 30 hours to someplace else and you're not getting that amount of money that you need, definitely this is something to supplement your income. It's inconsistent. It's not something to rely on, but you know, when the money's there, you know, and you need it, you can make it. You just have to, you have to hustle. So, reason why I'm doing all of this is because I'm getting sick of my full-time job, working for a boss, putting in all these hours, and not being able to do what I really want to do, focus on other things, other aspects of life, focus on a different career, and be able to make things happen for myself, dedicating 55, 60 hours a week to a place that you absolutely cannot stand and you have no passion for. You're coming into work late, trying to get out early, using up all your vacation time, personal time, whatever kind of time you have off, and you're using it all up. You're not putting your full effort into your job and what you do. That's a clear indication that you don't want to be there. And if you don't, find another way to make money. That's what I'm doing. And I encourage everybody to do that. Push their boundaries, push your limits, see what you can do other than dedicating all of your time to something that all you're doing is paying your bills, and you might have maybe enough money left over to buy a couple t-shirts and groceries for the week. And it's a constant circle of doing the same thing over and over and over again, not being able to experience what really makes you happy, as opposed, you think it's going to make you happy, but really it's not. Yeah, you're getting a paycheck every week and you see that money, it's consistent, you can rely on it, but your health will start to deteriorate and stress could kill you. Believe me, I know this. I've been working for many years, and just recently there's been a few people that I know that in 6 months' time they'll no longer be on planet Earth because they have terminal cancer and they're going to die. They wasted all their time, all their money, all their effort into a place that they hate. And every single person, all those people that have a terminal disease have all said that the only thing that they regret is not living their life to the fullest, not living their life as if tomorrow doesn't exist. They wasted their time there. They have no money in the bank, no home that they own, no car that they own. It's all through a finance company. They never push their limits. They never push their boundaries. And, one of the guys has a family, so his wife and his kids are going to be struck when he leaves Earth. And he's crying every day. He's spending 9 hours of his 10-hour shift in the bathroom just thinking about, what else he could have done. And it's too late. His life is over. He's got cancer, and it's like the most aggressive cancer you could possibly have, and it's the most painful as far as they know. The doctor gave him 6 months to live. He has going through chemotherapy to try to even extend his life just maybe by a couple of months, if that. That's assuming he could even survive the chemotherapy treatments. And this is why, and the first day that I started at this place, the first thing he said to me was, "You do not look like you belong here, and I can tell that you don't want to be here, and you need to figure out what you're going to do for the rest of your life, because working in this type of job is going to kill you. Look at everybody around here. They're miserable. They're smoking, tons of cigarettes every single day, not focusing on what they need to do in order to make their lives better. They're constantly walking around complaining, they're waiting for that break because they're fiending for a cigarette every single time they want it. I used to smoke and I quit, which is, I recommend that for everybody, because tobacco will kill you. I mean, I'm going through a lot of dental work, going through a lot of other little things that I could have prevented if I didn't do the stuff that I did. And I just, trying to figure out a way to change my life. And if it works for me, I'll suggest it to you. And if it works for you, roll with it. That's the best that we can do. Just live your life, and just go for your dreams and go for your passion. Don't worry about anything else. It's all secondary. It'll all fall off eventually. I see a lot of people driving around, they're really nice cars, but sometimes they don't have money to put gas in the tank to drive themselves around the block because their car payment is so high. They want to live loud, but what good is having that, if it doesn't make your life better? It just looks, it's all aesthetics, it's external, it's the way people view you. If you want people to view you like that, then that's fine. But I like looking at my bank account. I like looking at those types of things. I don't care what kind of car I drive. As long as it runs and it gets me from point A to point B, eventually I'll get a better car, because there's only one way to go, and it's up. And that's the only way I'm looking. I'm not looking down. You have to go into this with your eyes wide open. That's just the way I see it. So, try and do some analyzing of different types of things that you would want to do, write the pros and cons out, and figure out what would be better for you. Would sacrificing some of your weekends, some of your extra time to make that extra money, to get that boost, so you can afford to follow your dreams. You can afford to do other things other than going to work every single day and doing the same thing over and over and over again until your body just can't handle it anymore. Or, you know, those are types of things that I think about. So, you know, if you know, any of this rings true to you, just do it. It's plain and simple. I'm doing it. You can do it. All right? See you guys later.